3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 19 carries, 105 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
From the 44, Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
Yikes. Terrible kick. Headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his 2nd season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence. Now ETN to start the drive.
Room here to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. On 1st down, right back to ETN. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week.
13 carries, 81 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
The Jaguars at 8-4 now in the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Zay Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They begin with Henry, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare?
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tannehill now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Tannehill. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Etienne.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That was a terrific play. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now Tannehill. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down carry for Henry.
And he's got it to about the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he will have a Titans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks.
And it's a Titans touchdown.
Traylon Burks, 28 yards. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was Traylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Handoff running left is ETN.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Man open, here is Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He got 29 yards that time.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd and goal.
Lawrence, quick slant caught by Kirk.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Phillips now from the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. There don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's third down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Lawrence. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Got it.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Straight ahead, Etienne. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
From the 27, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. The left side completion to Jones. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Now Lawrence.
This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! John Ross from 8 yards out.
And the Jags are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Now McManus for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Phillips now from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Tannehill on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Here's Tannehill.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. To the air again, Tannehill. He's going to air one out.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Etienne once more.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Etienne on the toss right.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now left side on the swing pass. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Tannehill.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
They snap it to Tannehill. That is caught. It's Williams. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.